Hey, 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 everybody. It is Saturday night and we are live streaming. Hold on a second. Let me turn this music down a little bit more. I had it at 20 and 15 is good enough. How's everybody doing? Hello, hello, hello. I know I'm running a little late. I was 2 minutes late on the clock. I was trying really hard not to be late, but it happens. So let's see who all's in the house. Sarah's here. Hey, Sarah, how's it going? Says good evening, all. Happy weekend and happy Labor Day. Absolutely. Oh, before we get too far, I better make sure I've got the right audio on. Okay, cool. I do. Sorry, I was on a live stream last night with Todd and the guys, and it was like several minutes into it before I realized it was set for the wrong audio device, and they were getting blown out every time I said something. And here is my good buddy Avery. Let me bring him in. Hello, sir.
How you doing? I almost gave up on you.
No, I was just running a couple minutes behind, but I was getting there.
I was running late, and then you were later.
Well, I hit the go live at like 8:02, so I'm trying.
I was telling my friend, I was like, I'll be back at 9:00. I gotta go be a good friend.
Gotta go babysit my friend because he just can't do it by himself.
He can't. He literally collapses when I'm not there.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, I was pirating.
You were pirating? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, any chance the pirate game crosses over with the goat game? I mean,
no.
Okay.
That's the adult version.
Oh, okay. Yes, it's absolutely the adult version. Well, I'm just checking in, seeing who all's here. Sarah says hi. Smidgen's in the house and says hi to Sarah. Jim's here, says hello. Happy cool Saturday evening. You've got a cool Saturday evening? Damn, it's hot as can be out here. Supposedly, emergency services were called at the flea market today because a young lady fainted and dehydration. And I'm like, oh crap.
Oh, she got the vapors.
Well, it happens when it's too hot out, Dave's here. Hey, Dave, how's it going? Says hello to all.
Hello.
Smidgen says hey to Jim. And Jim says hey to Smidgen and to Sarah. Smidgen says hi, you Drew. Hello. Sarah says hi to Smidgen. Manuel's here. Manuel, how are you doing, my good friend? He says, good evening, my friend Drew. Well, welcome back to the show. Sarah says hi to Jim. Aaron says hi all. Welcome, Aaron. Manuel says, I'm out back my home. I'm hoping that means you're back in your home, right? Dave says hello, Drew. Hello, Dave. Jim says hey to Manuel, my good friend. Sarah says, hit the like button. Oh, yes, of course. Hit the like button if you get an opportunity. Smidgen says, hey to Manuel. Pez is in the house. Hello, my good friend Pez. How are you down under? How is your Sunday going? Because it's Sunday where he's at. BB's in the house. Says, hello, everyone. Ooh, I like your new icon. That's beautiful. Little dragon. Very nice. Like it. B. Bernie B says, hello, Drew in chat. Glenn says, howdy, Timothy. Hey, Glenn. I got your audio recorded. Guys, this is a first. How long? Well, this is like the 100th and 13th live stream that we've done for the Scam channel. And I don't remember exactly when Screw and Share happened, but somebody screwed with a scammer, recorded it, and shared it with me. And that's Glenn. Glenn actually sent me an audio recording of him screwing with a scammer, and he did such a great job. The best part, Glenn, I thought it was great. I listened to the majority of it. I was jumping through it a little bit, but he was pretending to be an old lady. And it was so convincing because at the very, very end of it, when the scammer hangs up, he talks in his real voice, and I'm like, damn, he did such a good job. He did a fantastic job. So
fantastic.
At some point, I'll make it into a video and share it with you all. But Glenn did a great job. He screwed and he shared. Wonderful.
Things you can say on this channel, but not to your wife.
Oh, jeez. Actually, I have told her about that catchphrase for the channel, and she just rolls her eyes. So
Yeah.
Tim says, good evening all from Western Kentucky. Welcome, welcome. Manuel says, hey to Avery. Dave says, hello to Manuel. B. Bernie B says, hello to Avery.
Hey,
Sarah
hey.
says, 27 years ago, Princess Diana died. Really? 27 years ago? That would have made me 23? Wow. I swear I was younger than that, but I guess maybe not. Wow.
23 is pretty young, man.
Well, usually I always default to historical things, as in I was too young to pay attention to it. But 23, I should have been paying attention to that. I don't remember it happening. You know, like I remember the Bronco chase. It's you, me, Todd, and some other guys were at Six Pockets playing pool during the Bronco chase. So I remember that clear as day. I remember where I was on 9/11. I remember, other things. I do not remember any details about Princess Diana, to be honest with you. Yeah. Well, that's like we talked about the Rodney King video. It came out while we were in high school, and I don't remember anything about it when it came out. I was busy focusing on girls at the time, and news happening on the news was not anything I was interested in. So it was, yeah. So anyway, 27 years ago, crazy. BB says hi to Drew and hi to Avery. Darlene says hello to everybody. Stan's here. Hey, Stan says hit the like button. Absolutely. Manuel says hey to Smidgen. Dave says hello, hit Avery. Pez says good day to Avery. Jim says hey to Pez and BB. Manuel says good morning, Pez. Happy Sunday. Pez says good day, everyone. Hope you all are doing well today. Fantastic. Jim says hey to Darlene. Smidgen says hey to Dave, BB, Avery, Pez, and Darlene, and Stan. That's the way to do it. Get them all in one shot. Teresa's here. Hey, Teresa says first time viewer. Well, welcome. Welcome to the show. Fantastic. We like new viewers. Manuel says hey to Avery. Jim says hey to Teresa. All right, I'm going to skip a couple and get down to
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Glenn says, I just recorded 3 more scams this week. Did you listen to the ones I emailed you? I did listen to the one. I mean, you did such a great job. I mean, honestly, I did think that the old lady voice you did was perfect. You did such a great job stringing them along, I had somebody comment on my Amazon scam one. The guy was like, you just wasted so much time. I mean, it was obvious. The scam was obvious. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, what are you talking about? Of course we know it's a scam. And one of the big things is to waste as much of their time as possible. It completely flew over the guy's head. And I explained to him, wasting their time is one of our goals. And he's like, okay, well, you should be like another scammer who tries to hack their computers. And I'm like, it's obvious that he's only ever watched one of my videos.
Yeah. And he's only watched the people that are hackers. Like, you do realize that being a hacker is a serious skill. That requires a lot of talent as well as study and brains, expertise,
intelligence, equipment, so forth. I mean, I'm literally using my phone and a computer to record videos. That's it.
Yeah.
So
it's not something just anyone can do.
That's right.
Like, it is real skill. Like, they learned to do that.
Yep. The whole idea of setting up fake virtual machines and no, I don't know anything about that at all, but there are guys out there that do it, and my hat's off to them.
Yeah, they're good. They're really good at it.
Yep.
But that's a...
Oh, we lost Avery. He'll come back in. What's so funny is I kind of consider myself more a day-to-day nose to the grind scam baiter. You know, they're calling me constantly. They call me every day. As a matter of fact, I got 2 calls today, and I had to blow them both off because I was busy working. But yeah, I'm not the hacker guy that sits at the computer and tries to hack their computers and their security cameras and set up. I can't. I don't have the intelligence to do that. I can answer a telephone call. I can screw with the caller. I can record it, and I can share it with you all. That's the extent of my ability to scam bait. And that
Yeah.
reminds me. That reminds me. I had shown. I had talked. I had gotten Monday. I'd gotten a scam call where they were calling about the genetic testing, where the swab testing to test you for diseases and so forth. And I told you, it sounds like actually the guy did say they're working off the old COVID list. And I used to get the free COVID test calls like 5 times a day every day, and I said this is going to become a new regular one. Well, I got that on Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I got 4 more, and I made a video this morning of those 4 more calls. What I'm trying to say is these calls are going to keep coming, and we need to come up, or I need to come up with, and you guys can help me come up with some creative ways to mess with them. So if anybody has any suggestions on and it doesn't matter how outlandish it is, outlandish the better. Give me some ideas on how we can screw with these people and just have fun doing it. By the way, you guys probably didn't hear it, but my wife opened the door and I now have a cat on my desk.
Oh, no.
She snuck in. See, there's her tail. Yes, she was outside my door meowing, and my wife figured it was easier just to let her in. So she is now on my desk. Let me move some things around so she can get comfortable. Sorry, guys. Sorry. All right, let me get back to the chat real quick.
I'd have been like, why don't you do that, bro, on your channel?
Well, yeah, there you go. I was trying to be nice.
It's like if you can't watch like 10 seconds of your video and figure out the bit, like it's a super simple concept. It takes like 10 seconds of watching your video to figure out the bit. Yep. They call you and you yank their chain till they get so pissed off they hang up.
Or curse at me and hang up. That's always hilarious.
Yeah.
I love it when they curse.
Like you don't even have to watch the whole video to figure out the bit.
I had a guy recently say something really bad about my mother. And I was like, you guys don't even know her.
You don't even know my mother.
You don't know her. If you knew her, you'd come up with many more.
I'm telling your mom.
You would, I know. Smidgen says hi to Teresa. Darlene says rainy evening. Oh boy. Well, rainy would be nice. I would love to have rain out right now, but it's nice and hot. Christina's in the house and says hi all. Manuel says Jim are a fan of the Cleveland Browns. Okay. Pez says good day to Manuel. Jim says hey to Glenn. Boomer's here. Hey Boomer, howdy y'all. How are you? Howdy to all of you peeps. Oh, thank you, sir, for being here. I appreciate it. BB says, yikes, I don't drink enough water, so I hope that happens to me. Oh, goodness. Smidgen says, hey to Glenn and Christina. Smidgen says, hey to Boomer. Manuel says, I'm outside my back home. He's outside in the back of his home. Okay. Let's see what else we got here going on here. I'm going to try to catch up a little bit. Christina says, was Manuel in the hospital again? I know he hurt his leg and he went to the doctor and had some follow-up. So I know he said he was better last week. So hopefully he's still doing good. Let's see what else. Swinging. All the world's a state. It says, hope everyone's weekend is going well. So far, not too bad. Let me see what else we got here. Christina says that new old DNA scam is scary in its implications. You know what I think is interesting? If you watch the video from this morning, I put like a little infomercial, not infomercial, but info at the end of the video where I talk about how I went online and I Googled and did some research and found out that it is a well-known scam, the genetic testing. Turns out they go after people in parking lots and they go door to door to elderly people trying to get them to do these genetic testing things and to bill Medicare for it. Turns out the warning was from like 2019. This is a very old scam. They're just bringing it back again. Turns out it's been around for a while, and they're just bringing it back again. So
yeah,
crazy.
Did you hear about you know those ancestry DNA companies? You know, like 23andMe and stuff.
Yeah.
One of them, I don't remember which one, sold all their people's information, everything to China. Their DNA, their personal info, everything.
Yeah, I could easily see it happening. Yeah, I know. Smidgen says, way to go, Glenn. Absolutely. All the World's a Stage says hi to Smidgen. Manuel says, Christina, I'm back home now from the hospital. Very good, very good. Boomer says, howdy to BB, Manuel, Pez, Smidgen, Glenn, and the rest of the mob. Tim says, let's remember the two families that lost their men in a terrible accident at Delta Airlines in Atlanta. What accident happened in Atlanta? I've been completely disconnected from the news, so I'm not sure what's going on. So some people lost their life at an accident at Delta Airlines in Atlanta. Oh, goodness. All right, I'll have to look that up and see what's going on. BB says, that's hilarious about the screwing with the scammers. It is. All the World says, wow. 27.
Yeah.
Jim says, hey to Boomer.
And in August 1992, Ruby Ridge happened, so.
See, 92, that was right in the middle of me not paying attention to anything but girls. One girl in particular. So, yeah. Christina says, has anyone listened to Atomic Shrimp? Avery, have you heard of Atomic Shrimp?
No, I haven't.
Okay. The Lady P is here, says hello. Good people. Welcome to the show. Manuel says, hey, Avery, my good friend. How are you?
Hello.
Smidgen says to Tim, hello, and sorry to hear about the tragedy. Jim says, hey to the Lady P. Manuel says, hey to the Lady P. Lady P says, hey to Jim. Let's jump ahead. Let's see. BB says, gee, I was 44 years old when Princess Di died. Man, it sucks remembering. It's been, I think I heard the other day, it's been like 10 years since Michael Jackson died or something like that, which I think is crazy. I mean, if you asked me, I thought it happened like last year or something. Turns out, no, it was a while ago. I don't know if you heard Avery. I'm sure this is not news that you pay attention to, but his kids, the 3 children, are heirs to everything, right? And apparently, because they were still minors at the time, they were being taken care of by his mother, their grandmother. And they wanted to sell his catalog to one of the record labels for like $660 million, some crazy dollar amount that we would never ever see. And she was trying to stop them, and they sued her and won, so that they have the right to sell the catalog. And apparently there's been a family battle going on for a while now between the kids and the grandmother.
Yeah.
Money can F up a family, you know?
Yes.
Which is sad. And apparently she's something like $50 some odd million she's already taken from the trust fund, which apparently she was never entitled to any of it because it's not her money. It's the kids' money. But she took it on behalf of the kids, but for herself.
That happens.
It does. Crazy. Glenn says, I had to laugh this morning about swabbing your cheeks. Which cheeks? At the end of the video, you said, spread the word.
Yeah.
I didn't even put that together, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah. Next time they call, it's like, I've been waiting on the results from the last one. I mean, I stuck the thing up my ass. It said to swab your cheeks.
Well, one of the things that the info that I found said that they go to people, elderly people, and they tell them about these things, and they offer them something in exchange. They offer ice cream, pizza, and gift cards. And I'm like, oh, damn, I'm definitely asking, where's my ice cream? I definitely need ice cream. So,
Yeah.
let's see. Just Me says, got tax scam with phone number and Publishers Clearinghouse. Silly scammers. Told one I had to hang up because I was tired of making up stories. I was surprised. I've actually gotten a lot of messages about tax help. Hi, we're calling you to help you with your back taxes. I'm like, I don't have any back taxes. I am 100% paid up, pay on time every chance I get. So where you guys got my name and number from? Actually, they don't ask for anybody, so they don't have a name. All they have is a number, which means they're literally just calling everybody, leaving and it's one of those ones where your phone never rings and all of a sudden you've got a message. I don't know how they do it, but a lot of those, the tax helping ones. So yeah, I've gotten several of those myself. So don't call them. Manuel says, Glenn, happy Saturday. Boomer says, I did hit the like button. Excellent. Thank you. Darlene says, I remember watching the royal wedding. I do remember the royal wedding. My mom was really into that when it happened. And I think it happened like really, really super early in the morning, our time. And she was up watching it and the whole everything. I remember the wedding, but I can't remember any of the details of when she passed. So I have no idea. Smidgen says, Glenn, that's funny. Read the cheeks. It's definitely something to press in the future. All the World's a Stage says, Boa Dia Manuel. Okay. Manuel says, hey to Boomer and to Glenn. And hey to Just Me. Happy Saturday. Births is in the house. Says hello to everyone in the chat. Welcome. Let's see. Dave says, with these funeral expense scammers asking if they can shoot your remains into space, they hang up. That's a good one to ask, because they say burial, cremation, or what is it? The burial, cremation. There's a third option. I'm just blanking on it right now. As you can see, there's some. I don't know what she's doing right now, but Stan says, love the ones where all the scammers have Fritz in their first name. That shocked me to death. That was crazy. It was literally 3 calls in the same day. One was from Medicare, one was from the healthcare subsidy, and I forgot what the third one was about, but they all said their name was Fritz. It's just crazy. And that was all in one day, which was crazy. All right, enough of the crazy stuff. John's here. Hey, John says, saved an old lady's life once. Found out scamming her thousands. A mail order scam. Found out scamming her thousands a month mail order scam. Okay. Well, okay, very good. Hold on a second. Decide where you're going to sit. Either you're going to sit right
What'd
here.
you do to that cat?
I pulled her back. She was trying to get into something, and I kept her off from getting into something.
She's not happy about it.
Yeah. All the World says, whomever made the bank website is perfectly and gunny. Okay. BB says, oh no, we lost Avery. Oh, he came back. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Just Me says, hi to Smidgen. Hello to everyone. Okay. Funny. Perfect and funny. Manuel says, we have scammers going in Abbeville, Louisiana about election calls, telling people they are cut off election by 4 p.m. It does not surprise me that people would be calling about and trying to screw with people when it comes to the election. That is definitely going to happen. They definitely do that. Teresa says, all the World's a Stage. Hi, I know you. Okay. BB says, he's back. Yeah, he's back. Yes. All the World's a Stage says, what's up, Teresa? Margaret's here. Hey, Margaret says, this is actually what happened to me after falling for the scam, but I was able to report it to the right authorities. Every cyber. I'm not sure what she's trying to say there, but okay. All the World says, I remember. Christina says, it takes a lot of practice to be a good hacker, and they put their lives on the line. When Trilogy Media went to India, they were hunted. Oh, goodness. I can believe that. I don't want to go to India. I have no interest going overseas
No.
whatsoever. Nope. Smidgen.
I don't even want to leave the state of Georgia.
Yeah, and don't, because if I see a Georgia license plate around here, all I think to myself is, damn foreigners. We get a lot of Georgia people down here. I don't know why I'm saying that, but actually, it's like New York and North Carolina. Them's
where
be damn foreigners.
Where, like, aren't you a Yankee?
Well, yeah.
Uh
Transplant.
huh.
The Smidgen says, Drew, you keep the scammers busy and share to educate the baiters with the VMs and voice changers and whatnot are amazing.
No, you know what? You're actually not a Yankee. You're what they call a damn Yankee.
Says my mother-in-law. Damn
Yankees are the ones that come for tourists. Damn Yankees are the ones that stay.
I tell my mom that she'll appreciate that.
Yeah.
Glenn says, I just got a call about an hour ago from Chase about a fraudulent $300 charge at Walmart on my debit card. Wanted my card never had a Chase account. They asked for Betty Johnson. Fake. Very good. Very good. I always think it's funny how earlier in the week I told a scammer I had a Bank of America account, and then all of a sudden Bank of America is calling me up about fraudulent charges on my account, which is crazy because I don't have a Bank of America account. Make Bank of America account. It's always funny how
Yank of America.
Yank of America, yeah. All the world says love cats. Well, you can come and get her. She's free to a good home. I'm just kidding. I tried to give her away to one of my coworkers, and she said, "Hell no." But that's all right. BB says, "Aw, kitty cat." Yep. All the world says, always go out of my way for my cat. Well, as long as she's calm and sits here and is nice, that's fine. But she's eyeing everybody else in the room, trying to see if there's any other cats in here, because she considers this to be her room. So, all right. Sarah says, still having a hard time with my son going to college. He is home for the weekend, but I'll try. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. You'll survive. Don't worry. All the world's a stage says, like family. Sarah says, I spent the day with him. Well, good. Burr says, ask them if they test you for feline leukemia. That's funny. That could be good. Smidge says, I can't wait to get the DNA call. Oh, they're coming. You know they're coming. Glenn says, Timothy Williams is one of our best teachers on how to deal with scammers. Don't be afraid to improvise and add your own twist. Oh, that's absolutely true. The other day when I got the one scammer, and I asked him if the subsidies, if you had to be an American citizen, and they were like, yes, you do. I said, okay, well then I'm an American citizen, no problem. And then I asked him, what about if you're incarcerated? And he hung up, and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna have to push that some more next time. That's good.
Yeah.
Gotta sometimes.
I'd be like, what if I'm on a watch list?
Oh, jeez. That's that old thing about you're not paranoid if they really are chasing you. You're not paranoid if you really are on a watch list, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Guess what? Some of the stuff I've seen that qualifies a lot of people now. Some of the stuff that they're saying is called extremism now. It's like, it's like, yeah, that's like half the country, dude.
BB says, I may be late next Saturday. I'm going to the Ohio Renaissance Festival next Saturday, but hope to be home in time for the live stream. Well, fantastic. Oh, my mother-in-law, just so you guys know, she's scheduling out some vacations, some trips, some stuff. Some of it is during the week, which is not a big deal. I told her, if you need a ride or whatever, it's not a big deal. But there's one coming up that she scheduled it for a Saturday check-in. Now it's only in Orlando, which, that's not a big deal. It's like Saturday to Thursday. So what I'll have to do is take them down around noon or so, drop them off, get everybody set up, and come back. I should be back in time for that live stream. But if for some reason I'm going to run late, I'll let everybody know. I'll put a post on the channel, and I'll let you guys know ahead of time if that's going to happen. So no surprises. No surprises. So, but she's scheduling a lot of stuff. She's having a lot of fun, and she's got a friend who's been doing a lot of cruising and inviting her on the cruises. She's on a 4-day cruise right now, and they've got another one coming up. And I'm like, go for it. Schedule them, get them on the books. I'll make sure you're where you need to be. One of them is going out of Charleston, South Carolina, which is only like 3.5 hours away from here. And I'm like, absolutely, I'll drive you and pick you up. I'll drop you off and pick you up. Not a problem. You just make sure I know when you need to be there, and I'll get you there. But yeah, so there may be a lot of juggling of schedules between now and the end of the year, but I will make sure, I will do my best to make sure you all are aware of it. So cool. All right, let's see. Manuel says, I'm walking. Okay, that's good. Good. Sarah says, hope you're feeling better, Manuel. It's a Costanza says scams are getting more believable. They've been using a lot more robo voices. I find it funny when the robo voices have foreign accents, but a lot of them are very, very American. They sound like you're talking to an American. The accents are good. The language and the grammar is very good. But I love it when you ask them a question and they just completely ignore and move on. You know, okay, I'm not talking to a real person. I had one just recently. I know I've got a recording of it where I asked them, where are you calling from? What city and state? And they said, oh, well, I'm in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I asked another question and they went completely over their head and kept going and went on to something else. Good try, guys. You almost got me. You almost got me. But yeah, some of them are getting really, really, really more convincing. Christina says, answered a scammer with a bad Hindi word, and he said, old lady, do you know what that means? And I said a worse bad Hindi word, and he seemed shocked. Very good. Very good. Love it. Jim says, hope you're feeling better, Emmanuel. Just Me says, got the email trying to collect $576 for custom suits. There was a PDF, didn't open it. Also, Norton wanted $184. Oh, yes, they do. They send those emails out all the time. Aaron says, Christina, I just listened to Atomic Shrimp. Okay. Manuel says, I'm doing great. My leg's much better. I go see my doctor yesterday afternoon and go see another doctor for my veins. Good circulation. Very good. Very good. Tarkorf is here, says, that's why of the 3 or more levels of baiting, what you others like to do, Salty Dog and Tagao, torture and terrorize the ones that do computer damage. Yes. There's the ones like what I do. Then there's the Salty Dog and Tagao, torture and terrorize. Very good, very good. I would love to torture and terrorize, but I don't have time. I get too many calls as it is, you know? I just have to, my big job is just sit here and answer calls. Christina says, it was Ancestry owned by the Mormons that sold to China. Really? My mother-in-law is on Ancestry all the time. Owned by the Mormons that sold to China. That's crazy. I'll have to go look into that and share that with her. Melissa says, go Pack, go. Very good. Manuel says, hey to Tarkorf. Glenn says, fixing an aircraft tire and it blew up. Oh, geez. Is that what happened in Atlanta? Fixing an aircraft tire and it blew up. Oh, my goodness.
Whoa. That's like a bomb going off,
oh,
dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll have to look into that. That's scary. That's very scary. How long ago did you say be right back?
A couple minutes.
Okay. Sorry, just now saw it.
Yeah, about...
Okay. BB says, I don't usually watch the news on the weekend, so I didn't hear about the plane crash or whatever it was. So sorry. just some guys working on fixing an airplane and a tire blows up. That's insanely scary. The thought of that.
Yeah. Because aren't those tires huge?
Oh yeah. Tim says tire and rim exploded, killing 2 and injured 1. Oh wow, that's crazy. Well, here's thinking about them. Damn.
Yeah, that would be like a BOM going off.
Yeah. Aaron says Atomic Shrimp is very long time scam baiter, possibly one of the first. Really? Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I've ever heard of them, and if somebody's mentioned them, it just didn't stick. So
yeah.
All right, I'll check them out. Melissa says I have been dealing with the Publishers Clearinghouse all day. They don't want to give me actual money though. They just want gift cards. So pathetic. Yep. Gift cards is like another one of those blaring warning signs. If somebody's asking for gift cards, it's full of crap.
Yeah, it's not a legitimate form of payment, except for who you bought the gift card for.
Yep, and they don't even have to have the gift card. Just give them the numbers on the back of it, and they've got it. It's done. You know.
Once you give them the numbers, it's over.
Yep. Christina says Atomic Shrimp does mostly email scam baiting, based in the UK, and he is hilarious. Well, I love funny ones. Funny ones are great. BB says I've heard of Atomic Shrimp, but I've never heard any of their songs. Manuel says hello to Melissa. Tarkor says Atomic Shrimp is British and does 419 scams a lot. Okay. Tim says Labor Day is to remember those workers lost on the job. Oh, that's the irony is not good there. That's bad. I mean, it's not that it's bad, but it's just
on Labor Day weekend.
Exactly. That's like getting your heart crushed on Valentine's Day. It's just ironic and sad.
That's why I don't have a heart.
There you go. Smidgen
Problem solved.
Smidgen says we had an aerobatic plane crash on the little airport last weekend. The young pilot survived, but is in the burn unit. Oh, goodness.
Ooh.
Melissa says, happy Saturday to all. I love the channel. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Sarah says, Michael Jackson's kids' name were Prince Michael Jackson, Paris, and Blanket. Yes, Blanket has another name, a nickname that he goes by. I forget what it is, but it's not as silly as Blanket. But yes. John says, money not only can often F up family, even often more. It happens. That's why I'm not going to leave my kids any money. There'll be nothing to fight over. No money for nobody. None.
Leave it all to me.
I'm leaving it all to Avery. That's my thing.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
Christina says the whole Jackson family is messed up because of the money. Well, that's what it is. BB says, laugh out loud. I was waiting for you to ask which cheeks you needed to swap. I'm definitely using that, guys. I'm definitely using that.
Which cheeks you want me to swap?
Sarah says, I have to work next Saturday night. Oh, hate that, but if you got to, you got to. Jim says, got a scam call from United Healthcare. They wanted to find a pharmacy near me and a medication I don't take. They tried to get my ID number. Then I heard another call was listening, and I hung up. All right, well, the calls I get that want to, either give you subsidies, want to give you additional health care, not healthcare expenses, healthcare coverage, pharmacies, diabetic supplies. It's like, where are you getting my information or my number from? But I know what it is. It's when you get a call and they ask you, such as the funeral expense one, where they ask you, do you have any type of diseases? Do you have diabetes? Oh, you go on a list, diabetic. We're scamming you for diabetes from now on. That's how it happens. Any information you give them, they're going to use for another scam later. 100%. Same thing with like when I mentioned I had a Bank of America account, and all of a sudden Bank of America is calling me up. Every bit of information you give them, they're going to use. They're going to use it for another scam at a later time. And it never stops. Pez says, sorry, I got a phone call. Good day. And everyone, I missed. It's okay. Manuel says hello to Sarah. Pez says good day to Sarah. John's here, and John says, I mess with scammers by answering the phone, city morgue, and most times they freak. That'd be funny if they actually were there and answered the phone. I always get the long pause before somebody actually picks up. And usually if it's a long pause, it's 10 seconds or more, there's nobody coming. I give up on them. But I rarely ever answer the phone and have somebody already there. That does not happen very often. But that would be funny. City morgue, that's a good one.
City morgue, you snag them, we bag them.
That's right. Christina says, I asked a funeral scammer if they would buy a slave girl for me, and he hung up. I should ask about 72 virgins, see if that's an option. How much does that plan cost? Oh, yeah, I know. Daniel says, hey, my super sweet cat, my friend Drew. Boomer says, hey, just me. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Okay. Itzla says, glad you don't go over the top messing with scammers. Just wasting their time pranking them is all you need. Well, that's pretty much the thing I'm best at. It's just wasting as much of their time as possible. Once again, there's 3 things I try to do with this channel. Number 1 is to inform. It's to educate. It's to let you know what these people are doing, what they're trying to do, and unfold the lies, the numerous lies that they tell, so that when you get the call, you know what to expect, you know how to handle it, you know it's a scam, and you can just screw with them. Number 2 is to waste as much of their time as possible, because the longer they're on the phone with me, the less time they're on the phone with somebody else trying to scam somebody else. And there are other people out there that might fall for it. So if I save one person by them wasting time with me, then I did a good job. And number 3 is to entertain. Hopefully you guys find some of what I do funny and entertaining. Somebody commented on one of my videos and said, this is really juvenile. And I'm like, you're talking to a man-child. Of course it's juvenile. I'm a 50-year-old guy who hasn't barely out of diapers. I'm mentally I'm a 13-year-old girl, 14-year-old girl. Sorry,
you're barely out of diapers. You're barely back in diapers.
Oh, I'm not that far yet. But that's my mind. Poop humor and fart humor is still funny to me.
You're a guy. It's always funny.
It's always, yeah, it is. But hopefully that comes across on my videos. I don't take myself seriously at all. I have as much fun as possible, and I hope you guys see that. That's all I'm doing. Is just having fun. I mean, honestly, if I took the number of calls that I get every day seriously, as a serious threat, as a serious, they're going to try to steal from me, they've got my number, they know about me. If I took that so seriously, I probably would have jumped out a window by now, But I know
in Minecraft,
the absolute worst thing they can do to me is call me again and mess with me again and try to steal from me again. I know that's it. They can send emails, they can send text messages, they can call me, and they can send stuff to the mail, which I get a lot of those other 3, but I ignore most of that stuff. But the bottom line is, if they're going to keep calling, I'm going to keep screwing with them, and I'm going to have fun doing it. And I'm going to try to find new ways to have fun doing with it. And I hope you guys enjoy the ride, because as long as they're calling, I ain't stopping. All right, end of speech. That was a good one. It almost seems like it was pre-planned, doesn't it?
Oh,
I don't think I screwed up once.
Oh my gosh.
It was very, yeah. I may have to clip that and make that into a video.
Oh.
All right, let's keep going. Manuel says tomorrow is a new month, September, absolutely. And it is the last month in the quarter. So at the end of it, I have to take care of my taxes. Manuel says, hey, it's Costanza. I keep having to stop and read that name right. Burr says, what I think is hilarious is two scam baiters who, when asked for gift cards, gave the scammers a $5 one. Boy, was that scammer call center pissed. You know, I literally had a Target gift card with like $2 on it, and I was really hoping somebody would say, yes, give it to me, because I would give them the $2. But they didn't take it.
So they'd get mad at $2.
Yeah, well, I don't know how much money's on here. Go ahead, you can have it. Tim says, what about Kentucky plates? Any plate that doesn't say Florida on it, in my mind, you damn foreigners. It's the truth. What? You all hear her, right? What? The dog is laying on the... Come here. Stop. Just lay here. Leave him alone. He's not messing with you. Damn women.
The dog is laying where she wants to be.
No, he's just laying on his pillow. He's not messing with her at all. He's sleeping. And she's just growling at him, being nasty. Phoebe says, don't go to Colorado. Venezuelan gangs have taken over there in some of the cities. I've heard about that. That is insane.
Aurora.
Yeah. Supposedly there's a video out there of them, and it's not nice. It's not good.
Yeah, apparently they took over. It's 2 apartment buildings is what I heard.
That's crazy.
And the police are doing nothing.
All right. She's off my desk now. Hold on a second. I'm going to let her out real quick. Give me just 1 second.
Hi. It's my show now.
No, I'm still here. I'm just...
Oh.
I just turned off the video so you don't see me standing up, walking around the room.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. But thank you, Avery. Thank you for being
So I won't dance around in my underwear?
Go ahead. As long
like risky, like Tom Cruise in Risky Business. That sounds horrific.
Go for it.
That sounds truly horrific.
I don't want to see the video. That's it.
Sure you do. Don't lie.
John says, hello, love your stuff. Love your stuff, classic. I mess with the scammers by answering the phone City Morgue, and most times they freak. That's I'm gonna have to try that one day.
Yeah.
Smidgen says to John, I was answering calls this week. Thank you for calling the Senior Center Scam Reporting Hotline. Excellent.
Oh, nice.
Love it.
I answered it one time. Pornhub payment billing processing. I think I got the idea from somebody in chat one time.
I almost spit the water out. Dude, that's bad. That's good. Darlene says, now Izzy, our cat, thought it would be a good time to sit on the computer cords near me. Laugh out loud. I have a dock behind my computer that has a switch, and they have hit that switch before, and that right in the middle of doing stuff. But luckily nobody is behind the computer right now, so we're okay. Costanza says, not the sound racist, but is it an Indian accent on the phone? It's a scam. If it's an Indian accent on the phone, it's a scammer. You know, I've said it once before that not every foreign caller that calls you is a scammer, but every scammer has a foreign accent. You know, and you know what's so funny is somebody was telling me that if it comes up on their phone, scam likely or whatever, they don't answer it. I answer every single call, or I try to answer every single call, because you never really know. I literally got a call from my doctor's office that came up as scam likely, and it was a doctor. It was an important message that I was expecting. It was a confirmation for an appointment, and it came up as scam likely, and I'm like, what that means is somebody at some point got a scam call from that number and reported it. And most likely a scammer was spoofing it. So like every single call that comes up on my phone comes up as scam likely, whether it's somebody I know or not. And so you never can trust that completely, because scammers use everybody's phone numbers when they're spoofing it. So same problem with the foreign accent. You can't always trust it, but sometimes they're legitimate. But every scammer I've ever talked to has had an accent. So BB says it's pronounced. I'm a product of the mixed marriage. My mom's from South Virginia, and my dad was a damn Yankee from New Jersey. Very good, very good. My kids would be mixed as well because I'm from New England, and my wife was from South Carolina.
Yeah.
So she was a Southern belle, I guess. And they were all born in Jacksonville, so they're deep South natives, but they've got some New England in them.
I'm considered mixed as well. My dad's a hillbilly from North Georgia. My mom's a swamp rat from South Georgia.
And they're all very, very proud of that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Constanza says, I'm a shy cat owner. Well, that one, the one I just kicked out of here, she will sit outside my door and meow and meow and meow until either I let her in or my wife gets up from the living room and lets her in. When she wants in, she wants in. And most of the time she'll just come in, get a little bit of attention, and then leave, like she did here. Pain in the ass. Pain in the butt. Manuel says, my niece tells me someone who used her social security number in Texas, she blocked. Oh, goodness. Lynn Carter's here, says, greetings, everyone. Welcome, Lynn. Welcome to the show. BB says, hugs to Sarah. How long ago did Lynn leave that message? Oh, my goodness. That was 23 minutes ago. Needless to say, I'm really far behind on the chat, guys. Probably not going to catch up on it, but Glenn says office is the cat sanctuary. She has her own spot. There is a stack of boxes over there with a towel on it, so that is her spot. And because it's so close to where the dog was sleeping, she ignored it and came to my desk. Anyway, Glenn says the next time a scammer asks my name, I'll tell them it's Victoria Vincent to see if they catch on to the V factor. That's funny. That could be good.
Yeah, that could be funny.
Darlene says, how about the witness protection program? No one should know your phone number. Laugh out loud. I know for a fact that their dialers will just dial number after number. And the reason I know this is because my wife and my number is one digit different. Hers ends in 4 and mine ends in 5. And her phone will ring and then my phone will ring. So they're not dialing these numbers. They've got some type of dialer that's just going one number after another and just dialing until somebody picks up.
Auto dialer,
Your number could be unlisted and they're still going to call you. You know, they're still just going to dial any number and randomly dial it until they get somebody on the phone. It's just the truth. Lynn says Renaissance Fair in Reynoldsburg, Ohio. That's a great festival. Very cool. Burr says, I asked one scammer where his company was located, and he said he can't tell. When I continued to ask questions, I said to call on Monday. I have to get permission from the FBI before I can tell you. Very good. Very good. Then Burr says, he hung up. Very good. Okay, let's see what else is going on here. BB says, I can usually tell when it's an AI voice, usually from the pause and such. Yeah, but sometimes it's not, you're not listening to like an AI voice, an automated voice. There's actually somebody there responding to your questions. So there might actually be somebody there. You never really know for sure. So, all right. The Lady P says, just finished bowling 2 leagues back to back. I think bowling would probably kill me in my age, in my condition right now. The bending and twisting, I think it would probably hurt me bad if I tried bowling. I've always liked bowling. I've always liked going and doing it, but I do it maybe once every 2 or 3 years. And usually once you get the hang of it, everything's fun. But those it's a killer. Let's see. Manuel says, I have another doctor's appointment this Tuesday afternoon. All right. Right after the holiday. Costanza says, I don't get scam calls on a mobile line. Well, I get them on cell phones and the home line. So it's always interesting. What the calls that I get on the home line are different from the ones I get on my cell phone. And sometimes they cross over, but like all the travel scammers call the home number. All the funeral expense scammers, they'll call both. Most of the subsidy scams and the Medicare scams are usually on my cell phone. The home phone gets travel, property scams where they call you want to buy your property or whatnot. There's a variety of ones that I get on the home number, but it's really weird how it differs. Just weird, but we take them all. We take all comers. We take all. Melissa says, I just got rid of another PHS scammer. I tell them that I have all my information on their verified page. Okay. Lynn says, I've been getting emails from PayPal, Amazon, etc. nearly every day. Seems worse since the AT&T breach. Very much a possibility. The Lady P says, good luck to Manuel. BB says, oh no, I thought it was a plane crash, but that's awful. Absolutely. The Lady P says, watching Oliver. BB says, oh, I thought Atomic Shrimp was a recording artist. Glenn says, the rims separated and the lug nuts are like cannonball projectiles. Oh, wow. Melissa says, I'm agoraphobic, so you are part of my YouTube family. Okay, fantastic. Agoraphobic, that's when you don't like going outside? Is that right?
Yeah, agoraphobic.
Agoraphobic. Okay. Well, then, welcome to the show.
Yeah. I don't like the outside either, but it's not because I don't have agoraphobia. It's because there's people out there.
Yeah, that is true. There are people.
It's super people-y.
Yeah, very people-y. They're all over the place. Yeah.
Have you met them?
Yes, I have.
They're bad.
Teresa says, my local CVS pulls all denominations above $50. I have to ask the management to pay them. Lots of people scammed at that store. Wow. I think it's crazy how if you go to a CVS or a Walmart or stuff like that, in their customer service area, how they have signs up warning people about scams. If people are calling you and asking you for gift cards, it's a scam. It's most likely a scam. And there are people that just ignore that completely and still want to do it. Actually, I may have mentioned this before, but I was listening to the radio the other day, and they were talking about how a lot of people in the Gen Z and so forth, they don't believe that the American dream is possible anymore. So they've kind of switched to they've switched to get rich quick things, such as the stock market, the lottery, and sports gambling. And I'm like, that's insane, but people do it. A lot of people do it. And if you call somebody up and say, hey, you just won the lottery, all you got to do is pay me $200 in a gift card and we're going to send you $1 million check. How many people are dumb enough to fall for that? And it happens. It's crazy, but it happens. Anyway, Glenn says, Avery, do you need to see the wizard to get a heart? I think he's lived long enough without one that he's okay. He's just
I'm good.
Going. Yeah. He could use some brains, though.
I mean,
maybe a little bit of courage, but yes, Avery, I'm sorry. He gave up on me.
I'm going to hurt you.
Melissa says, who's the guy in the circle? That's my buddy Avery. He's been a friend of mine for so many years, he won't admit it. But he's just hanging out and chilling with us.
Yeah.
Sarah says, gift cards are like Hallmark cards when you care enough to send the very best. That's good.
Yeah.
BB says, I've been following a woman on YouTube who's been talking about Walmart gift cards that somehow have been used before you get to use them. Her channel is called The Max Life if you want to check. I had heard about that, where people will go into the stores and they will write down the information from the cards, right? Nobody's bought them, nobody's activated them, but they have the numbers written down. And then if somebody buys them, they're constantly checking through to see if there's anything available on them. And if there's something available, they use it. And so you go to the store, you buy a card, you get it home, and all of a sudden somebody's used it before you even had a chance to do anything. It's because they've already written down all the numbers. And supposedly that's why they keep some of the numbers behind the scratch off thing, and some people don't realize it's already been scratched off.
Ooh.
So you have to be real careful. Don't buy a gift card where somebody's tampered with it, because that's somebody out there has written down the numbers or taken a picture of it, and they just check it every day and whatever to see if anybody bought the card and put money on it or activated it.
Oh man, that's rough.
I mean, sometimes it's just that easy. But yeah. Baby says check her out. Okay. Teresa says when I fill out foams.
Maybe forms?
Yeah. Manuel says, Drew, what happened? You back? Your post got from scammers being would long time. I'm not sure what he means by that. What happened? Oh, I might have dipped out due to the there was an internet brain fart with the internet. May have gone out for a minute. Christina says, BB, I saw that too. She was out $150. Oh boy. Oof. Aaron says, BB, I just started watching Max Life. Okay, that's another one. Glenn says, when asked about diseases, tell them you had a decapitation procedure about 3 weeks ago. I've heard that one before.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty good.
Costanza says, do you think services like Guardio or Aurora work? I've heard Aurora before. I've heard somebody mention Aurora before. I've never tried any of them. Somebody asked me once, says, what are you doing to stop these scam calls? I'm like, I don't. I'm not stopping them. Guys, I'm monetizing these a-holes. I want them to call me. I want to use them. I don't want to stop them. That's one of the reasons my wife was talking about switching our phone service to a different carrier. And I'm like, honey, I don't want to mess with what I got. If I switch to another phone carrier and they've got some type of scam blocking stuff that I don't know anything about, and all of a sudden I don't get any more calls, I don't want that. I don't want that at all. I honestly don't know about those. I've heard Aurora mentioned before. That might be something that somebody would recommend. I'd look into it, but it's not something I'm personally doing. It's not something I'm personally looking into.
Bless you.
Thank you. I felt it coming, and I just couldn't get to it quick enough. Yeah. Melissa says, my husband gets the Medicare calls. They are in India. He hands me the phone. I ask where they are calling. They say Florida. I said, good. Please put on a white American on the phone. They hang up.
Oof.
It doesn't have to be a white American. It can just be somebody who speaks. I tell them, can I talk to somebody who speaks English? I try to stay away from proper English because as well as I do, I can't even speak proper English. But
I don't know what you talk about. I speak English just fine.
You speak it just fine. They hate it when you question their English. They hate it.
I speak it real proper like.
Boomer says, I tried to give them a fake address, and all they say is that that's not a real address, and hang up. I've used the one I've been using for years now was actually a recommendation from somebody. They said either use the jail or the police station or a homeless shelter. So I use an address for one of our largest homeless shelters downtown. I use that address all the time. It is a real address if they want to look it up. But I do not live there. I do not know anybody that lives there, but I'm sure they get lots of mail from Timothy and Eugene and Herschel and Carl and all the other fake names I use. Love it. Teresa says, when I fill out unofficial foams, I usually add a nickname or a middle initial, not mine. Soon after, I get scam calls asking for that person. Yep. Actually, I've never tried it, but I saw where somebody had said, when you're filling out an online form, like something for like if you're registering at Walmart or whatever, to put your first name, then put the name of the company you're filling out the form for as your middle name, and then your last name, so that if somebody tries to reach out to you and it says Andrew, Walmart, whatever, you know who sold your information. Putting the name of the company as because they don't look at that stuff. They don't check that stuff. And I thought that was such a brilliant idea. I've never actually done. I don't fill out a lot of online forms, to be honest with you. My wife probably does it all the time, but Avery, you'll get a kick out of this. One of Jen's doctors, in order to pronounce our last name, spelled it out on the form phonetically. Charper, Charper. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. We now get mail for Jennifer Charper. I don't know how that happened, but he put it down in one of the forms phonetically, and that's how I get text message confirming appointments with that name, and I'm like, just that's how your name gets changed without your knowledge. Somebody somewhere fills out a form and changes it.
Yeah.
It's silly, but yeah. Christina says, Glenn, do you think they know what that big word means? Probably not. You'd be very surprised at what English words they do not understand. So incarceration was my new one that I thought was good. I'll have to use more like that. Check to see if they know what it means. I used to work with a lady. I probably told you guys the story before. She was from Venezuela, but you swear by her accent. She didn't have an accent. The way she spoke English, you'd never know she had a second language. That English was her second language. She spoke perfect English. And one day we were talking about something, and I challenged her. I said, "Oh, I'm throwing down the gauntlet." And she looked at me like I was speaking gibberish. She had never, ever heard or seen the word gauntlet in her entire life. And I had to explain to her what it meant and what it was. She had just never heard it. And so it amazed me at what words she had never seen, even though she spoke such great and perfect English. But there are words out there that people do not know. I mean, I know I may have mentioned to you guys the word that got me when I was in high school. You ever have an English class where your teacher makes you read out loud to the rest of the class? I hate that. I could do it, but I hated it. I was literally reading the chapter, and I got to a word that had, up until that point in time, it was probably 8th or 9th grade, I had never seen, never spoken out loud. And the word was yacked, which actually is yacht. But I had never actually seen that word printed. And when I went to go say it, I went yacked, and the whole class erupted in laughter. And I'm like, I have no idea what this word is. The teacher said, it's yacht. And I'm like, that's not what it says, but okay, I'll go with that. But, in the English language, there are some words that even we don't understand, but there are probably hundreds that they don't understand. The bigger, the better. So do you have any examples, Avery, of words that when you first saw it, you went, oh, I've never seen this word before in my life?
I can't remember.
All right. Well, yacked was my
It happens
favorite.
to everybody, but
Oh, yeah, I know.
I can't off the top of my head.
Aaron says, Melissa, very good. I wanted to read the numbers, but Manuel says, great to Melissa. Awesome. Lynn says, wasting their time makes for some great entertainment. Thank you. I try my best. Teresa
Arkansas is one of those, Arkansas is one of those words that gets me because it looks
really?
like Arkansas.
It does. Yeah.
But it's like, who decided that's how you spell Arkansas?
I hate to say it, probably some Native American from the 1600s, because it's probably a Native American word. I bet you the core of the word is from a Native American word.
Could be.
Teresa says scammers burp, pass gas, are half drunk, sick, and everything else. I had a short this morning. I think it was this morning or it was yesterday, where the scammer came on the line, and I swear to God, she was asleep. I felt so sorry. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Did I wake you? She hung up on me, but it was she was like, you could hear her like. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna see if I can catch up quickly. There's a couple of good ones in here.
Yeah. Gotta go.
Since I love seeing you're screwing with them, keep it up. Will do. Papa Smurfs in the house says, same here, 100%. I've been doing it since March of 2020. I have some recordings that go back to 2018, so I know they've been calling for a long time. Papa Smurf says, I have an empty vanilla card. I give them that all the time. That's excellent. That's excellent. Papa Smurf says, I started asking the questions. Do you work on commercials, commissions? How many calls do you make a day? What's your percentage of people that you get money out of and information? And they were answering, really. I've gotten a couple who have given me answers to some of those questions, but they all seem completely ridiculous. The what they'd say, like, "Oh, I make thousands of dollars a day." It's like, no, you're full of crap. You're lying out your tongue, lying out your butt. Yeah, tongue, butt, lying out your whatever. Yeah.
Where's your head?
Yeah, I know.
You're putting
Jim
tongues
says,
and butts together.
we are quickly
All
coming
right,
to the end of the show. Avery tried to derail it very quickly.
Good night, everybody.
Jim says, my brother in Pennsylvania had a cat that started to slap fight with his dog for no reason. The dog was laying down and bothering nobody. My son had a cat who was part feral, and he and my dog would fight, and literally like cats and dogs, but they never hurt any either. They were playing, but you would think they were trying to tear each other's throats out. It was the scariest thing to watch the two of them go at each other, but they loved each other. They played together all the time, but the dog would put his jaws around his neck and he would grab his head, but they never hurt each other, which was crazy. They just played. Jonathan sent me a super sticker. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate it. Jim also sent me a super sticker. Jim, thank you. You don't have to do that, you guys. You know, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Berth says, lately I've been getting a lot of mortgage scam calls. I'm trying to figure out where the scam is from so I know how to screw with them. I don't think they are from India. I do not know the location of mortgage scammers, but that's like the lottery scammers usually are coming from Jamaica. I don't know where the mortgage ones are coming from, but bottom line is be careful. All right, we're going to skip around a little bit quickly. Oh, Jonathan sent me another $3 sticker. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate it. All right, I'm jumping to the end. See who else came in. ADY was here. Hey, how's it going? Says hello to Manuel. Fantastic. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else I might have missed. Larry the Mechanic's in here. I give out an address that I live in when I was 5 years old in another state, and it was a duplex. I find it funny. Most of the times when they call and they have a valid address for me, it's an address from years ago. And I'm like, yeah, sure. That's my address. Yeah, no problem. Who knows where they get it, but all right. Needless to say, oh, wait a minute. Andy's here. Andy, how's it going? They lie all the time. Absolutely. Good to see you there, Andy. All right, well, we're going to wrap up because I know Avery's got video game and he needs to get back too. So take a deep breath.
Yeah.
And let's close this out properly. All right. If you guys get any of the calls like the ones I get, either hang up on them or screw with them like I do. And if you do screw with them, try to record it. Record it so that we can share it with everybody. Remember our golden rule: screw and share. Hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Hope everybody stays safe this holiday weekend. We got a holiday on Monday. Anybody who's working Monday, thank you for being there. We appreciate it. Even if we don't tell it to you, we appreciate that you're there. Thank you. And everybody else, I'll see you guys next weekend. And Avery, once again, as always, thank you, my friend.
You're welcome.
Be good, everybody. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye. Thanks for having me.